Well, I just had a first. I had to decline an audition from my agent. Declined auditions before for like student films or short films that weren't going to pay anything, and it just really wasn't worth my time. But I've never, in the past year of having my agent, I've never turned down an audition. I feel bad. But I wrote, whenever you decline an audition in Actors Access, one of the audition instructions was like, tell us what you're excited about this summer. And I'm like, well, I'm really excited to go on vacation, so I can't audition for you, and I'm so sorry. To me, it goes over well if I am telling somebody like, hey, like, I'm not gonna do this, but I wish you the best of luck in casting this and finding the right people. I don't know, I just try to do things with tact and appreciation. It was also a new casting director, so that sucks. Like, they have no impression of me. This is their first impression of me. If it was somebody I'd auditioned for in the past, like, at least they've seen my work to then have respect, I guess, for me that I'm just not able to do this one. It's like the highs and lows. Like, you get the audition and it's like, ooh, yay. And then it's like, these are the dates. And I'm like, I'm out of town all of those dates, and now I have to turn it down. It's like, I thought I was about to have to like pull out my lights, and I'm thinking about the logistics and like, what am I gonna have to memorize? And now it's like, I'm dealing with a whole different set of emotions. So that is a first for sure. I feel like my daily dilemma is I will stay in my pajamas for too long, and then like through my first work shift, which is from like 10 to 12, and then I'll kind of get ready for the day around like 12. It's fine. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go work out after 4 whenever I get off my shift. So do I want to put on workout clothes, or do I put on regular clothes and then change into my workout clothes? Usually I put on regular clothes and then change into a workout outfit. Today I'm just gonna go with my exercise outfit because it's already like 2. Because I got ready, like my hair and my makeup. I know I'm gonna work out in 2 hours. That's what I went with today, but I feel like it's just like a little conundrum that I always have. Oh, the other one I have is, do I take a shower knowing that I'm gonna work out later in the day? Or do I wait until after I've worked out, but then I get really tired and like exhausted from my workout, and then I have to cook dinner and like all this stuff, the night gets away from me. And it's like, okay, well now it's like I end up showering at like 9:30 into 10 p.m. and then my hair is wet at like 10, and then I'm blow drying late at night, which I feel like a nuisance to my neighbors. So I don't know, these are the struggles that I live with. I have a horrible crick in my shoulder, and I've rolled on my little roller, and it just needs to pop, and it hasn't. I've just tried moving around real weird, arching my back and stuff, stretching my arm, and it just isn't going away. It's so uncomfortable. I am done with work for the day. I don't know, I have just been feeling kind of emotional today, and I don't really know why. I'm trying to do a thing where before I start filming, I really hone in on what I want to talk about with you guys and kind of like what I've been going through, and sort of just to be able to like facilitate that into clarity for myself and like for you guys, and how you can apply it to your life, because we're just very deep and little thought girlies over here. I want to start journaling before I film and start talking to you guys, so I can like narrow in on that. Well, as I'm journaling, I end up just crying because I try not to talk about content creation too much with you guys, or like I want to stop doing that because it's not like what you're here for. But I just have been feeling like, and this is a big thing with me the entire time that I've had my channel, I just feel like I don't have enough important things to say, that I don't have my own ideas. I feel sometimes like I'm a regurgitator of like what I've learned from other people, and then I'm like presenting to you this like collage of like other people's thoughts, but it's like I don't have the thoughts. I'm connecting the dots, but they barely belong to me. So it just makes me feel like not that smart, not worthwhile to have a platform or to like talk to you guys. And so I'm just like working through those like insecurities. And it just hit me today, and I was just feeling that, and I was feeling like I'm never gonna accomplish anything, like just so much heaviness. Out of things that I was thinking about to talk with you guys, that's sort of what just came up. It's a very, very hard. But it's also like, is it really that deep? Anywho, but I did want to talk to you guys. One of the things I did sort of journal about is I talked to one of my professors today from my master's degree program. He recently had a show come out. I think it's called Laugh It Forward. So he executive produced that project. And like my boyfriend is a big fan of like one of the comedians that's going to be on the show. So I told him like, yeah, I'm going to have to check it out, all this. Just giving him my life update and giving my thoughts on his life updates and things like that, like complimenting, you know, where he's at and different career moves that he's made and stuff. And it just felt so good to be back in the throes of that like world. I think so much colluded that time between my divorce and personality conflicts and things like that, which I do not ever want to get into that. I don't know, I try to keep my business to my business, you know, keep my side of the street clean and ignore whenever other people are messy. Anywho, I just feel like how much happiness I had at like learning about my industry, like that just got lost in the sauce, man. Like I had so much fun learning about the industry, and I was so proud of myself, you know, being in that program. And so it just like, it was really nice to be able to celebrate his wins for a moment and to just step back into that version of myself before all this chaos happened in my life. It's like for a moment I was just able to register the positivity that I had at that time. And now I have a different sort of positivity, and it's a better positivity for sure, but it's different. I have love for myself at that time. And so I don't know, it was just a nice conversation. Nice to be in that mindset because, you know, I just feel like I haven't been doing as much acting work lately, as in like trying to network, reading the dailies, things like that, like just staying up to date on the Hollywood like industry. I've been focused more on like content creation, doing my auditions that come up for my agent, you know, just keeping myself to myself a little bit. But I was like having to like read up on everything that he's been up to lately within the industry, and it was just nice. I kind of miss that feeling of in the industry. I'm just so removed from it, not just out here in Texas, like physically removed from it, but I'm also like just trying to mentally remove myself from it, because with all of the chaos going on, it just became a lot to keep up with. So I'm like, girl, I'm gonna let you like sort your stuff out for a minute, and I'm gonna be over here minding my own business, you know? Like the Hollywood industry, it's like you're over there, I'm over here. I'll come and visit you whenever you've got yourself sorted out. I just think it's okay to do things differently for a time. Like whenever something is not aligning with you, to just sort of take a step back, and you can come back to it whenever you're ready. But like none of this has to be perfect. It's all gonna work itself out. But I think you get little clues, sort of like that moment of, you know, emailing Cam, and it's like I felt that spark again. So it's like maybe it's like called like breadcrumbing, where you just follow your joy and you follow those little instincts. So I don't know, I felt that little breadcrumb of like, I miss like networking and I miss Hollywood. So I'll see if I can start like dipping my toe back in the water. But also I'm dipping my toe back in the water of writing, and I really want to focus on that. I don't know, I've got to check myself that I don't go too broad too fast and get too distracted. I also cried, so that's fun. I don't know. I'm just a very emotional person. My makeup just seems to be breaking apart there. But now I am gonna go to the gym. Don't really feel like it, but we're gonna go because consistency is important and showing up for yourself is important. You create contracts with yourself and you don't break your contract. I think it's just important to not break promises to yourself. If you have a promise of like going to the gym like almost every day, it's important not to break that because you start to lose trust in yourself real fast if you start breaking your promises. I really needed to get some stuff done today and I was just so distracted by my phone. What I call it is I send my phone to Texas. We got this at Goodwill for $4. It probably was like one of those food things that's like packaged, you know, cutely. Yeah, mixed chocolate pecans. I'm sorry, the freaking lawnmowers. I'm annoyed today. I have one over there, I have one over there, and they're fixing my roof. So I literally woke up to people walking on my roof this morning, and then they had this awful machine that was so loud. Whenever I need some time away from my phone, I send my phone to Texas. So that's what I did today, and I got a video finished editing, or edited? What? I finished editing a video, so that'll be good. That'll be going out tomorrow. Somebody I know is having like a procedure done right now, and so I might need to go to the hospital later on. So it's kind of like a hangout day where you're sort of like in like waiting zone. I think I have enough time to run down to the gym and get a workout done. I feel like I haven't been ending my vlogs lately, so, you know, we had a conversation about how I've been feeling. Please ignore the unmade bed. But I'm just trying to find my voice more. So anywho, I hope you enjoyed this casual vlog where we just worked through some emotions about creating and finding our voice and, you know, thinking we're interesting enough to post, because we are interesting enough to show up in our lives however we want to show up. Pot, meet, kettle, you know. We also talked about networking and how fun and exciting that can be, and following our little sparks of joy and doing what feels right. So I'm Tabitha Carr. Thank you for watching. I am an actress who is trying to empower other creatives to not give up on their dreams, even whenever it takes a different form and we have to do it differently than before. That doesn't mean that we need to quit on who we are born to show up as. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and I appreciate you watching. And if you're a fellow creative, let me know in the comments down below and what you create. Are you also an actor? Are you, you know, a more physical artist? Are you a musician? Because I'm just here to be your little cheerleader. Thank you for watching.